Hi, it's Loz. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. I think it's evening in the US. How are you guys? I thought I would go live a little earlier than normal because I have a phone appointment later. I have a client this morning. So guys, if you're after one-to-one coaching, hi White Purification, hi Sunshine on a Rainy Day. So guys, I've been doing some client calls this week. It's been wonderful speaking to you all. I've absolutely loved getting to know you all. So guys, if you are after one-to-one coaching, because I wasn't going to do that originally with this account, but so many people have asked me. So what I do is I get you to send me your backstory, and we have a paid half-hour coaching session over video with Messenger or Skype, and it's been wonderful. So message me in the DMs, guys, if you're interested in doing that. Or if you're on the Facebook group, you can message me through Messenger. Okay, but guys, please, I am begging you right now, do not send me any DMs with questions if it's not about coaching. I cannot answer them. I went into my Messenger yesterday, my Instagram yesterday, and I had like 20 message requests. I don't even go into my Instagram half the time. And people just ask me, I can't answer them, guys. I really can't. I beg you to either ask me on the live or write your question in the Q&A button on my TikTok at the top, or write a question in the comments and I will get back to you with a video. Because it's kind of unfair to ask me in the chat, guys, in DMs, because then other people don't get to share the answer. So I can't answer DMs unless it's about coaching. Okay, guys. Yay. Hi, guys. Good morning. Hi. Oh, you know it's my morning or it's your morning too, darling? Most people, it's nighttime. Hooray. Maybe I've got some Aussies watching. Hi, guys. How are you? 13 people here. Do you have any questions? Loz is the best coach. Oh, thank you, Christy. We had our one-to-one session. It was wonderful. So, guys, it's amazing. People are coming to me with all kinds of things. A lot of people are trying to get their exes back, repair their marriages. Some people, it's just their life has gone down the toilet. Okay? Just come to me with it, whatever it is. You send me your story, okay, of what's happened, and I'll work it out with you. But before I call you with the video chat, I actually work it out. Because then I'm like, I know what this shit is. And then we discuss it. Okay. I love your lives. Oh, thank you, darling. Can you speak a little bit about when and how with examples? What do you mean, darling? Oh, you're in the Pilbara, darling. Oh, you're in WA. You know, I've never been up there. Hey, from the UK. Yay, the UK people are awake, eh? Eh? What time is it over there? Crazy. Must be really late. Can you speak a little about the when and how with examples? What do you mean, darling? I don't understand the question. When and how it's going to come about. How do I know? I'm just curious if you're supposed to live in... What's the question, darling? Adria... Something. I don't know. I don't understand it. Hi, guys. Hi, Mel. I can't sleep. Oh, you can't sleep, darling. Oh, Jesus. Well, stay out with us. I'll probably bore you to death. You'll fall asleep. How do you manifest getting my own house? How do I manifest getting my own house? Okay, I have a video about this. Getting your dream house, manifest your dream house, very popular. What you need to do is live there now. So the house you're in now, you need to imagine that's your new house. Your kitchen is that kitchen. Your bedroom, you're sleeping in that bed in that house. Do you know what the house looks like? If you don't know what the house looks like, imagine what you would like your house to be. Do a picture of it in your mind. Do a visualization that you live there. Imagine maybe signing the papers. Imagine walking to the front door and putting the keys in. But you've got to live there now as if you already have the house, darling. And then say, I love my new house. I love my new house. What was the... Darling, can you rewrite your question again about... that I didn't understand? About the how and the why? White purification? I didn't understand that one. I'm currently manifesting my specific person. I heard on one of your lives that it feels unrealistic to jump... Too straight manifesting relationship. No. Some people find it difficult. Some people don't. If you can live in the end in your mind that you're already happily married or already in a blissful, happy relationship, good. I would rather you do that because that's living completely in the end. But some people find it difficult. If you haven't spoken for 7 years and you start saying, John and I are happily married, and your subconscious goes, no, you stupid bitch, you haven't spoken to him for 7 years. Well, it's a bit harder, isn't it? So start saying, John is starting to think about me now. I'm on his mind 24/7. He's obsessed with me now. You go in steps. He's thinking about calling me. He wants to call me. He's constantly calling and texting me. He's blowing up my phone. John and I are happily married. See what I'm saying? It's in steps. If you find you have resistance against living in the end. So I've been affirming him contacting me and all that. Yes, that's good. Affirm for contact. Your hair looks so good. Thanks, my wavy hair. Thank you, darling. Isn't texting and calling is the how? Can we manifest in a time frame? It's happening this month. Isn't texting and calling the how? Yes, but darling, you want to also manifest, you want to affirm for action, guys. You don't want to just say, John and I are happily married, John and I are happily married. That's fine, which implies calling and texting. But you also want to say, if you want contact, he's constantly calling and texting me. Yes, it is the how, but how do you know if he's going to call, if he's going to text, if he's going to contact you on socials, if he's going to turn up at your doorstep with flowers? You don't actually know. But I like affirming for action, because you could say, John is constantly thinking about me. John is constantly thinking about me. And then he sits in his house thinking about you. Gee, I'd love to contact white purification, but we had this huge breakup. It was so awful. I better not. You want to affirm for the contact, if that's what happened. If you just want to say, John and I are happily married, it infers contact, okay? Make sense? Where can I find your videos? Well, darling, it's on my account. Manifest Live with Loz on TikTok. They're all there. Or go to the Facebook. Now, guys, the Facebook is called the same name as my TikTok, but with spaces in between. Manifest space, live space, with space, Loz. That's why people aren't finding the page. And I will save, and I have saved already 16 of these lives. Some of them are 3 hours long, with all the answers you could ever need. Go and watch them back in the Facebook page, guys. It's a private group. None of your friends can see you there. Just answer a few questions. I'll let you in. You can help each other too. It's about 170 odd people in there now, all from TikTok. Oh my God, I need answers for that too. What, darling? For what? Hi, Loz. Is it okay to think of the future without SP, like places we'd go, or just stick to one? Yes, darling. But guys, if you're living in the end in your mind that you're already together, you can have little visualizations of, oh, wasn't it great that time we went on that honeymoon to Bora Bora, and this thing, we're just sitting watching Netflix. Do those daydreamy type visualizations, guys, as long as you're living in the end. As long as you're not daydreaming about what happened before, and you're not living in the end, you've got to be with them already, guys. So I don't care how many times you visualize other shit. That's fine, the places you go. That's wonderful. You could script it. Oh, we go here, we go there. That's fine. So long as you're living in the end in your mind, that's the key to everything, guys. I am married. John and I are happily married. The same thing. They're both the end. They're both, you are it already. You are married already. You are in a relationship already. I have the house already. I am a millionaire already. Do you guys understand this? That's the key to all manifestation. You are it already. Then your subconscious goes, oh, we are a millionaire? Oh, fantastic. And it finds a way to make that come about. We have the house. It finds a way for it to come about. I'm trying to get an ex back. Is then missing me a good affirmation, or just go straight to the relationship? You can say he's missing me. He's missing me. But if you're trying to affirm for a relationship and then say he's missing me, what I would say, because it sounds confusing, it sounds like he's missing me because we're not together. So what I would say is, John and I are in the most beautiful relationship. He misses me when I'm away. Whenever we're apart, we miss each other. He misses me so much when we're away from each other. He misses me when we're apart. He can't stop thinking about me. That infers that you're still together. If you say, he misses me so much, he wants me back, well, that's not living in the end in the relationship. Does that make sense? What can I visualize to live in the end if I'm affirming him contacting me and missing me? Darling, what do you want? Do you want a relationship or just a friendship or whatever? What you want is marriage, visualize that. If what you want is living together and having a baby, visualize that. Guys, I can't tell you what your end is. Only you can figure that out. But it needs to be past the point of it having already happened. So you don't want to affirm for a child and be thinking of getting pregnant or even being pregnant. I would affirm you already have the child and visualize holding your child. Your child is 3. It's their birthday. If it's a relationship, you're already married, you're already living together, you're already on your honeymoon at Bora Bora. You understand? It's further down the track. That was so helpful. That's right. I have trouble with visualizing. What else can I do? Well, don't even worry about visualizing, darling. You can hear someone saying something to you. Use the telephone technique. Neville called it. Imagine someone calling you and telling you what you want to hear. You've won the lottery. Oh my God, your wedding was so beautiful. I had such a wonderful day. Your SP ringing you. I love you so much. Can't stop thinking about you. Hear them. You could smell them. You could smell them in bed with you. Smell their smell. I love that one. Or just affirm, darling. Use affirmations and don't worry about visualizing or smelling or hearing. Just use affirmations. Same thing. I think I missed some questions higher up. Oh, God, I did too because there's bloody so many. Can I flirt with another boy while manifesting my SP? Of course you can, darling. It's not going to fuck it up. Not going to fuck it up. When you visualize, does it help you use all your senses? Yes, darling. When you're visualizing, you're seeing it from your point of view. It's best to do it from your point of view. You're seeing the honeymoon. You're seeing the glistening waters of Bora Bora. You're feeling the sunshine on your skin. You're hearing sweet words from your specific person while you're on your honeymoon. You're sitting on a lullabout, looking out at the beautiful blue ocean, feeling the sun, smelling the palm trees, and hearing him say, I love you, baby. That's hearing, seeing, that's wonderful. That's really steeping you in the scene, okay, in the wish fulfilled, using all your senses as if it's really happening or happened. I'm just scrolling up. How do you manifest your SP's parents prefer you over the third party? Well, stop fucking worrying about that. You're saying that, darling, and therefore they won't. Where are you getting this from, that the parents prefer them? That's your idea. If you think they prefer the third party over you, they will. Stop saying that. If you think a parent doesn't like you and you keep saying, oh, his mum really hates me, guess what she'll do? Really hate you. Start imagining she likes you. Start imagining her saying, oh, she's the best girl for you. You should never have left her. She was the best thing for you and you should marry her. Imagine them saying that to him. Stop putting that idea out there, because that will happen. How do you revise the past so living in the end is easier? Well, darling, go back to the scene. So, guys, revision. It's what Neville teaches. The past is a memory. It doesn't actually exist anymore. So all you're doing is going back to that memory. What you remember about it, going up to the point of the bit that you don't like, say you're about to be broken up with. You go up to the point where you're talking in bed and he's about to say, I don't want you anymore. You stop. You change what he says. Baby, I want you and only you. I love being with you. And you go, oh, baby, I love you too. That's your scene. In the same place that you were in, but he says something different. Okay? Or you could use a vision of affirmations by saying, we have always been in a perfect relationship. That implies you never broke up. Does that make sense? That's what revision is. With words or with a scene that you replay over and over until you imagine you never broke up. Play it and play it and play it, a short scene, until you feel it feels natural, Neville says, until it feels like it never happened. Still going strong on repeating one affirmation all day. Lovely, darling. That's brilliant. Can you please make more videos about manifesting an ex-back? Love your vids. Oh, thanks, darling. I have a whole series coming out. But what I want to do, I have this 13-part series I already made. It's sitting in my TikTok. But I'm going to make a huge series to go with it, hours long, that you can then press the button and purchase it. But I have to stick it in my Shopify store, and I have to make it because I'm doing so many lives. I haven't filmed it yet. I'm going to try and film it tonight. Okay? Then I'll release it at the end of this week. And then everything I've spoken about in short 1-minute videos on the TikTok, you can go into this thing. It'll be about $45. Watch it, and it'll be big, long YouTubes about going into great detail about manifesting your ex-back, guys, okay? Hi from Canada. Is visualizing like meeting his parents a good living in the end? Yes, darling, but if you're married, you know the parents already. You're not meeting the parents, you know the parents. Imagine you're sitting at the dinner table all together because you're married. Guys, the end means the end. If you're with them, of course you've met his parents. Does that make sense? Guys, you were worrying too much about before the event. That makes sense? It's like wanting to be pregnant and doing a visualization about a pregnancy test being positive. Well, why don't you just imagine the child? Because you could get a positive pregnancy test and then go to the doctor and they say, oh, sorry, no, you're not pregnant. Well, that's just fucked, isn't it? Got to go to the end of having the child. Understand? Is the key to affirmations and telephone methods still about the feeling mostly? No feelings, except feeling it is done. If you're watching any bullshit about needing emotion, stop watching that shit. Emotions come from a thought. No one loves me. Then you feel sad. I bet you he's forgotten about me. Then you feel despair. You don't need feelings, guys. When you're doing your affirmations, you don't even need to believe it. Just say it and say it and say it and say it so it impresses your mind. Like all that other impression you're doing, all the negative shit. If you're visualizing, you don't need to believe it, or feel happy, or feel sad, or feel anything. Just imagine it's done. That's the feeling you need. It's done, guys. Completion. Neville talks about the feeling, though. Yes, darling, you've completely fucking misunderstood him, Petra Healy. When he says the feeling, he means feeling it is done. Feeling of completion. He does not mean feeling emotion. Read the book again. You didn't understand it. Okay. It's very confusing because the book is called Feeling is the Secret, but he means the feeling of completion. That's what amen means. When you say a prayer, you say amen. It means it is done. That's what he's talking about. Not feeling emotion at all. Should I visualize watching Netflix with him and saying I love you instead? That's lovely. That's a good scene. As if you're already married and you're sitting watching Netflix. Lovely. How often should we visualize? If we already have that person, why do we have to visualize? Well, then don't fucking visualize, darling. It's going to confuse you. If you're visualizing and visualizing and think you already have the person, we'll just affirm you already have them. But most people do a visualization. Oh, we're happily married. It is done. Amen. Then they go to bed, wake up the next morning. Huh? They're not there. They see the person not in the bed. They realise they're not married and they freak out. If you can't live in the end all the time and imagine and live up here all day long, then I recommend you visualise it again and again and again and again until it feels natural. I said, until it feels natural. Are you waking up in the morning and imagining and seeing they're not there and freaking out? Are you looking at your phone the next day and saying, why isn't he texting me? Well, if you're married, he'd be texting you all the time, wouldn't he? So, guys, we're not all Neville. Neville could just visualise once. It's done. And he'd say, let it go. Well, he meant, if you're a Zen master like me and you can fucking live in the end like that. None of us can. If you can, then, darling, just do it once. If you feel it's done, do it. All power to you. I can't bloody do that. Okay, thanks. There's so much info and it gets a bit confusing. That's all right, darling, because Petra, everyone's fucking talking about the feelings and even Neville says the word feeling. It's fucking confusing. Neville is confusing a lot of the time because he's talking about his masterfulness of how he did it. So it's confusing sometimes. Don't worry about it, darling. I love my new car, my new house, and feeling debt-free. Yes, lovely, darling, but don't say I'm debt-free because that infers that you had debt. Just say, I love my new house. I love owning my new house in full. I love that I paid off my mortgage in full. Don't say the word debt. That's implying you had no money before. You were in debt before, darling. You understand what I mean? Okay, thanks. Or do I completely ignore the third party? Yes, I'm confused. If I manifested a third party has moved on Create Your Future, they said to do that, or completely ignore the third party. Darling, it's either way. I can't tell you guys how to do this. Only you can decide what's going to affect you. If manifesting away the third party and affirming she has met someone else, she's happy with someone else, makes you freak out because you're still thinking about her, she's on your mind, then don't even think about the bitch. But if you can say all that and it not affect you and it not put focus on her, and you're not constantly checking the socials, check if she has moved away, she has found someone else, then fine. But if you're going to be checking the socials, if you're going to still think about it, if you're going to be constantly focusing on her, no. Pretend she doesn't fucking exist. You guys are so worried about the obstacle of the borders stopping me from seeing my boyfriend because of COVID, because of the third party. If you focus on the obstacle, guys, what you focus on grows. Do you get that? So watch Create Your Future and take... But, guys, you've got to understand, you're going to get different advice from all different people, but you've got to figure out what's best for you. They could be saying on Create Your Future, manifest the ex away by saying she's with someone else, and then someone else could say to you, don't even think about the bitch. You get confused. You have to figure out which one works for you, darling. If thinking about her makes you think about her and focus on her, I would not recommend it. That's what I'm saying. But I can't tell you, I'm not in your fucking subconscious mind. I don't know what's going on in there. You've got to figure out, darling, what's best for you. Exactly. Focusing on the obstacles, create more obstacles. Darling, do you want me to read what I read yesterday on the live so you all get it? This is from Feeling is a Secret from Neville. If you dwell on difficulties, barriers, or delay, the subconscious, by its very non-selective nature, accepts the feeling of difficulties, third parties, and obstacles, third parties, as your request, like I want more third party, and proceeds to produce them in your outer world. The more you think about the bitch, the more it's produced in your outer world, the more you'll see it on his socials, the more you'll hear about the bitch. That's what I'm saying. Can you please just scroll up a bit and read my last question? I really need help. Hang on. Because that's what we did when we were together. Okay, I'm missing the beginning. If I had them, then I wouldn't be visualising. It's just a bit confusing. Because that's what I did when we were together. What do you mean, darling? If I had them, I wouldn't be visualising. How often should we visualise? If we already had the person, why do we have to visualise? I already answered that. I said don't bother then if it's going to confuse you. Just do affirmations. We are happily married, we're happily married. Guys, if these things I'm saying to you are confusing you, don't do it. I'm not Yoda. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm just a person who experienced shit. And if your experience of it is, it confuses me that I'm constantly visualising the same scene, please don't do it. Just affirm. Live in the end in your mind. But what I'm trying to get you guys to do is live in the end in your mind up here all day long instead of looking at the fucking 3D. All of you are looking at your outside world. They're not here yet. They're not texting me and worrying about it when you really should be living up here in your delusional mind, in your imagination. But you're not. And then you're writing questions here saying, oh, but visualizing confusing me. Well, you shouldn't be fucking confused. Up here, you should be married. What's confusing you guys? Live up here in your mind. Stop worrying about the 3D. You guys have really got to get this. You've got to be up here, delusional, up here, living in the end in your mind that you're already happily married. If you're getting confused, it's because you're not living in the end. You're thinking, oh, I'm doing this, but then I look out here, he's not here. I'm doing this, is that right? Is that right? And what you're saying is, I can do this wrong. Oh, I can't manifest properly. Is it this technique or this technique? Guys, there are no techniques except I am that. Meaning, I'm living in the end, I'm already that person. I'm already married. I am married. That's it. That's the key to all conscious manifesting, is already being there already being the woman already being that man already. Do you guys get this? If you keep asking me questions, saying you're confused, you're telling your subconscious you're fucking confused, it will be confused, and then you'll just get more delay and more obstacles. Me not understanding this, it's an obstacle. Then your subconscious goes, oh, fuck, yeah, we don't understand this. I can't outpicture this. I don't even understand how to manifest. Get it? It feels natural to me. Yes, you want it to feel natural. Keep it simple. Well, shit, my mind comes up with all scenarios besides the one I want. Well, fucking stop that, Keeks. Just come up with the scenario you want and stick with that. And when your mind comes up with a different one, tell it to shut up, Karen. Shut up, Carl. You make the most sense out of all the manifestation TikTok pages. Well, that's good, darling. It took me an awfully long time to work this out. No, I asked another one. Well, fuck, dude. Why are you writing short? Guys, you have to write the whole sentence. I can't read 20 little messages from you because all I'm seeing is one message. Write the whole sentence, darling. I repeat my affirmations very monotone and fast, but my assumption is that it creates no matter what. Well, darling, that's great, but I wouldn't recommend doing that shit. If you're repeating your affirmations very monotone and fast, you're doing this. Sorry, it doesn't work. That's what Neville calls vain affirmations. You're vainly affirming. Has your manifestation turned up that hitch 101? Let me give you the tip. If you're here, it hasn't. Guess what? That no work. Stop doing that. Guys, when you affirm, you've got to do it as truth. Decree a thing. John and I are happily married. That motherfucker loves me so much. I love my new house. Oh, I love my new house. Guys, if you go, I love a new house, 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 it's gobbledygook. Tell me, darling, is your manifestation turned up? Because that shit isn't working for you. Is vain affirming a limiting belief? Well, fuck, if you say it is and you think you can monotone do it, go ahead. But I'm telling you what Neville said. Darling, if your affirmations haven't produced in your outside world your shit, then whatever you're doing, no work. Why are you on here if you're a master at it? That hitch 101? If you don't have the limiting belief that vain affirming, if you don't think it's a limiting belief, you think you can do it, go and do it. But why are you here? And I'm telling you why you're here, because it's not working. So, if you really want to, do vain affirmations and then tell yourself it's not, you're going to get your shit anyway, and you will. But for some reason, you're still here, and that makes me think, because it's not working. Make sense? I always manifest the opposite, like when I say, he will not text me, actually does, I'm confused. Well, darling, you're like doing reverse psychology fucking affirming. You're kind of stopping your brain to have the barrier that he will text you. If maybe you think, maybe with you saying, he's constantly calling, text me, he's constantly calling, texting me, make sure subconscious go, no, he won't. But if you go, he won't, it somehow tricks your mind. I don't know how that's working for you, but if it's working for you, darling, this is what I'm saying, you make your own rules. Darling, if your vain affirming works for you, it works for you. If someone's saying the opposite of the affirmation works for them, it works for them. We've all got different subconsciouses, guys. Subconsciousness. So if it works for you guys, stick with it. Don't just listen to what I say. What Neville says, what the Bible says is test yourself and see. If vain affirming works for you, great, you tested it. You saw it, it worked. But if you're coming on here and asking me things and telling me, well, I do this, and I go, well, is it fucking worked? Is your manifestation here? And you say, no, I go, well, it's not fucking working, is it? See what I'm saying? Love you, but like, seriously, if it's not here, it ain't working. I already have a vision board. Doesn't seem to work yet because fucking vision boards don't work unless you can look at the board and think, I live in that house already. Yeah, I love that beautiful marble staircase of my beautiful mansion. God, our wedding was so gorgeous if you have a picture of your wedding. Or if it gives you a reminder every day when you see it. Sammy was saying this in one of her videos this morning, Sammy Ingram, who I watch. She said, a vision board can be helpful if you walk past it every day and it makes you remember to affirm. But you've got to do the affirmations. You've got to do the visualization. You can't just look at the board and walk off. Guys, you're trying to impress your mind. Do you guys get this? Boards and scripting don't work unless you're thinking about it when you're writing. You're thinking about it when you're looking at it. Understand? Sorry, I was a bit confused because Pluto's gate said it doesn't matter since your subconscious makes up its own rules. Yes, well, he's right. And that's what I'm saying, darling. You can say it brings up an image no matter what. Yes, he does say that. He does say that. And he also says you make the rules and say, I'll get my manifestation no matter what I do. You can say that, darling. You can do vain, I just said that. You can do vain affirming and say, I can vain affirm and it works for me. You make the rules, guys. What he's saying is right. You have a story about it works for you, it'll work. What are we discussing? We're discussing manifesting, changing your limiting beliefs and getting the life you want, getting your exes back, get the house you want, etc. I am affirming I have long hair, and today my sister and mum told me how long my hair is. Yay! Sunshine May. See, the shit's working. They picture what you're thinking. They will start literally parroting back your affirmations, and it's so freaky. Thanks, Laura. You're welcome. What is manifesting? All it is, darling, is your dominant thoughts creating your reality. So if you dominantly think something all day like I'm a piece of shit, and people will start treating you like that. If you think I'm a multimillionaire, eventually you will be. I love Sammy. Yes, Sammy's great. What's the chat about? We're just talking about manifesting. I go to school with my ex and want it back. Should I avoid him at all costs and affirm in private? Oh, you go to school with him, darling, and you want your relationship back. No, don't avoid him. Guys, you don't have to avoid people or go in no contact or block them, whatever, unless seeing them really triggers you and you spiral and you do stupid shit like text them all day long or go up to them and say, I want you back. What's happening with us? And doing shit in the 3D. If seeing him triggers you, darling, then yeah, avoid him. But you don't have to. Just be your cordial, lovely self, and in your mind, you're together. Live in the end in your mind, guys. What happens out here doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter what you do out here, as long as you can revise it. Okay, but reacting doesn't help. If you react, you've got to revise it or imagine it doesn't fuck it up. But guys, you've got to live up here in your mind. So yes, see him, be cordial to him, be nice to him, but live in the end of your mind, darling, that he and I are together. John and I are happily married. John loves being my boyfriend. Okay, darling? Do you believe in angel numbers? Fuck no. I just work hard to where I am. Just work hard to get where I am. Well, darling, the more you say you have to work hard, the more you have to work hard. I don't work hard and I still make money. That's your belief. You have a belief that you have to work hard to get where you are, and therefore you have to work hard. Ta-da! You manifested that. See what I'm saying? Angel numbers, darling. Go and watch my video on it. Angel numbers, what do they mean? They mean your reticular activating system focused on a number, 1111. Then it cancelled out all other numbers because it's a filter in your mind, and all you see is 1111. Then you go, oh my God, that means something. Oh, thanks, RM8XX for the presents. Then you'll give meaning to the 1111 angel number, thinking it means something when it doesn't mean anything. You just gave it meaning. Understand? So, like I said before, with giving yourself your own rules, you can see angel numbers everywhere and make up the rule that this means my manifestation's coming. Great. If you give it that meaning and it works for you, darling, do it. But it actually doesn't mean anything. You give it the meaning. Like if you go to a tarot reader, you give the meaning to what she said. Why aren't my manifestations coming? Well, darling, what the fuck are you doing? Tell us. Are you affirming every day? Or are you living in the old story of, oh, she doesn't love me, she doesn't want me, she'll never have me back? If you're affirming, guys, and living in the end, you've also got to get rid of this old shit that you're thinking. That's probably why, darling. Okay, should I put myself in his path, or if it just happens, it happens? What did I just say? Don't do anything in the 3D to try and make it happen. If you put yourself in his path, that's you trying to force the how. Guys, you don't have to text them. You don't have to contact them. You don't have to get in their path. You guys need to get this, that once you live in the end in your mind, it'll come about in your 3D naturally without you doing fucking anything except living up here. If you start to do shit in 3D, it will fuck it up. You look like a stalker and he'll be like, why is she following me around everywhere? Fuck, she's weird. Seriously, guys, don't do things to make things happen. Go and watch my video about, should I text my ex? It's 2 videos. It says, taking action in the 3D. Taking action when manifesting. I'll answer your question, darling. Can I manifest better health for my child? Yes, darling, of course you can. Just imagine seeing them healthy. Imagine them telling you how healthy they feel. See them differently. See them doing the thing they can't currently do. And tell them, in your mind, my child is so healthy. They've never been so healthy. They're thriving with health. Affirm that, darling. Oh my God, that was mind-blowing. This is amazing. I love your content so much. Oh, thank you, darling. I manifested an hour ago and it just happened crazy. Great, darling. So you're affirming before in an hour ago and it just happened. See? What books, podcasts do you recommend? This book, The Neville Reader, Neville Goddard, okay? Any of his books, they normally come in big books like this, a whole lot of books together because his books are little pamphlets he used to hand out at his lectures. Anything by Thomas Murphy, like The Power of the Subconscious Mind. Anything by Florence Scovel Shinn. But you can look up Neville Goddard's lectures online and his YouTube videos. They have recordings of his voice doing his lectures. But I'll warn you guys, he talks about the Bible a lot because he interpreted the Bible as a book about your power and creation. And he does bang on about the Bible. He's not religious. He's just translating it to you so you understand what it was trying to tell you. But it's hard going. He's old. He's dead. He was born in 1905, so some of the lectures are hard to listen to. Okay? Then I would also look at some YouTubers like Sammy Ingram, Pluto's Gate, and Create Your Future. They talk about what I'm talking about, guys. I've been manifesting a new home away from such toxic neighbours for 3 years and no change. Well, guess what, darling? You know why? Because you keep fucking describing them as toxic. And every single time you say they're toxic, guess how they turn up? Toxic. Why don't you just stop saying they're toxic? Start imagining them as lovely. Start imagining them bringing you over cakes and shit and doing things for you and helping you in the garden when your sprinkler breaks and saying hello to you every morning. Start imagining they're lovely, and guess what? You won't have to move because your neighbours won't be toxic anymore because it's your fault because you keep saying they're toxic. Guys, whatever you say, your subconscious mind hears it all day long and outpictures it. Oh, you've got toxic neighbours? We're going to show you evidence of how fucking toxic these assholes are. Then you'll see it and you'll go, oh, God, see? I was right. They're toxic. What time is it for you? It's almost 2 a.m. in the UK. It's 9:30 in the morning, guys, in Perth. Are thinking my manifestations enough, or do I have to write them down? No, darling, you can just... You guys are confusing the word manifestation with affirmation. Affirmation is just the thought you're putting in your mind, the sentence. John and I are happily married. Your manifestation is when you get married and you are married to him, okay? Affirm in your mind, darling. You don't have to write it down, but if you want to write it down, write it down. But you've got to think it while you're writing it down. Is that your question? Hey, Alexi, baby. Oh, I remember your name now. It's Grace, isn't it? Is it Grace? Can I manifest becoming obsessive? Can manifesting become obsessive thoughts, or is it okay? Darling, you're fucking manifesting all day and you're thinking obsessive shit all day. Go into your mind for a second and start thinking all the shit you thought yesterday or today. Write it down. You'll shock the shit out of yourself with all the crap you say to yourself all day. That's obsessive. If you guys are worrying about affirming being obsessive, just go into your mind for a second and start thinking the thing. Write down all the shit you thought yesterday or today about yourself. You have 70,000 thoughts a day and you think doing 5 affirmations in the morning and 5 affirmations a night's obsessive? What's obsessive is the 70,000 shit thoughts you think all day, most of which are negative. Stop worrying about this being obsessive, guys. It's not. All you're trying to do is change your thought, the old shitty thought, 70,000 and we have all day, to a new one. You guys don't understand what your mind's doing. It's doing shit all day and out picturing it, and you're thinking, oh, if I affirm or think about him too much, that's obsessive. Well, guess what? You're going to think about your ex anyway if you want them back. You're going to be thinking of visualizations of old shit that happened, like the breakup, all day. So why don't you start visualizing the good shit? Think the good shit instead of all the 70,000 thoughts you have all day about the breakup and how badly he treated you and that he cheated on you and fucking and. I'm not good enough and I'm not perfect. No one loves me and la. Write it down, guys. What you say all day, you shock the shit out of yourself. What you say to yourself all day, that's obsessive. Does that answer your question? 99% of the stuff in your mind is BS, based on doubts and fears. Yes, my darling Milos actor. It's all based on all the shit you learned from 0 to 7 that your parents did and said and caregivers said to you and showed you. Honestly, guys, if you want to know what your fears and shit, do a call with me, write down your story, and I'll tell you exactly what it is, and you'll go, oh, yeah, I do think that. Because I can read it in your story that you write to me before I call. And they're the ones obsessed with us. Yes, make them obsessed with you. Yes. Oh, my God, I'm so smiling. Happy you know me. Yes, darling, I remember your post on the Facebook page. Loz, it's hard for me to affirm lately. I've been lacking. It's, well, fucking hell. Mel Till 3005. Stop fucking saying it's hard. This is really hard. I find affirming hard. I'm not doing this right. It's really hard. Am I doing this right? Then your mind goes, oh yeah, it's hard. It starts looking for evidence that it's hard. It starts looking for the obstacle. Oh, I'm finding affirming hard, and out pictures more obstacles. Guys, stop saying things are hard. Please start affirming, darling. I find manifestation easy. I am a manifesting master. I manifest all day long everything I want. I run this shit. I know how to do it. Start saying that, guys. What is your star sign? I'm a Virgo. Loz is a lovely lady. She's wonderful and perfectly made. A blessing. Oh, thank you, darling. Thanks, Cindy. I'm out, dude. Good luck. Your Fruit Loop. Oh, you're out. We'll see you later. Fuck off. Hi, Loz. Doing my self-concept manifestation 100%. SP has been getting sweeter. Yay, Sandy. See? Self-concept, guys. What Sandy and I talked about in the call and what everyone's talking about in the private calls, guys, I'm not going to discuss your private business, is your self-concept is most important, guys, what you think of you. Because if you're trying to get someone back or you're trying to change a situation, the people that are in that situation outpicture what you think of you, guys. You have to change what you think of you, your self-concept, to get them to then change. You're not changing them, you're changing you. You're not changing them, you're changing you. I say it again. You're not changing them, you're changing you. Then they reflect what you now think of you. Make sense? That's why self-concept is so important. What have you manifested in your life? Oh my God. Guys, please, everyone asks me this on every live, and I'm sure the people who follow me are so sick of hearing my car story, my house story, my SP story. But those three things are the main things, I guess. Go to the Facebook page, guys. Manifest, space, live, space, with, space, Loz. All my lives in there, 16 lives so far. I've only been doing lives for a week and a bit. Watch them all back and I talk about it in great detail, guys, okay? Been doing my manifestation and he's been asking me to come over and see me every day almost. Amazing! Congratulations, darling. You're a master at this. What have you, I've been manifesting my SP, but I feel like he's too busy, doesn't have time to reach out. Well, darling, guess what happens if you think that shit? You're thinking he's too busy. You're feeling like he's too busy. You just said he doesn't have time to reach out. You're feeling that, so guess what? He won't have time to reach out. He'll be too busy, and he'll feel like that. Guys, you've got to get that what you think about them, they will think about them. If you think they're too busy, they'll say to you, oh, I'm too busy. If you think, oh, he doesn't have time, he'll say, oh, you know what? I don't have time for you. I'm too busy with my career. All they're doing is outpicturing your thoughts, guys. That's all manifestation is. You think it, they say it back to you like a fucking parrot. They're a mirror of your thinking. It reflects out, goes out like a boomerang, out from you. Oh, I bet you he's too busy. I bet you he hasn't got time for me. I really don't have time for this relationship at the moment. I'm busy, he'll say. Stop thinking that shit. I've changed my life now. Manifest him every day. Still no sign of him. Well, darling, what old shit are you thinking about the relationship? What old shit are you thinking about him that you're still holding on to that's stopping your manifestation from coming about? Are you thinking about the breakup, thinking he doesn't love you, thinking deep down he doesn't want you, thinking about the third party or whatever it is? You can affirm all day, guys, but you've even got rid of this shit that you're thinking about you. That's why I'm saying self-concept affirmations are most important. I am loved. I am wanted. I've always been loved and wanted. I am perfect just the way I am. When you've met me, you love me, and you cannot be without me. Guys, do my manifestation videos, the ones with the filters on my TikTok. Get your self-concept on point. That's why your manifestation isn't showing up. I accidentally manifested my TikTok video to blow up. Did you? What did you do? Tell me. I'll do that for me. Do you believe in sending telepathic messages? Yes, darling, that's all we're doing all fucking day. That's why when you're in the relationship and you start thinking, oh, I don't think he likes me enough. Does he like me? He's looking at other girls. Guess what? He'll split up with you and go off with other girls because he's telepathically feeling all your thoughts. He is it. He doesn't realise he is, but he is. Telepathy is real, guys. There's a whole CIA study they did with proper human guinea pigs about 50 years ago. It was hidden from everybody because they don't want you to know this is real. I know a queen when I see one. Oh, that's nice. Thank you, darling. If you were talking about me, that is. Any more questions? It's so hard because deep down, I don't believe what I'm manifesting. I kind of do, but I can't stop my mind from doubting and I hate it. Well, darling, Abby, you're saying it's hard, so it's hard. Deep down, you don't believe it, so guess what? It won't happen. Guys, you've got to stop these obstacles in your mind. You've got to stop saying, it's hard, it's taking too long. Where is it? Am I doing this wrong? Your subconscious mind outpictures your fears. If you're saying it's hard, it will be hard. That's why it's hard. Did you hear what I said before? I will read it again. What Neville said about obstacles and difficulties. If you dwell on difficulties, this is hard. Barriers. there's a third party or delay. How long is this taking? Why is this taking so long? The subconscious, by its very non-selective nature, it doesn't know you only want positive shit, guys. It takes whatever you tell it, negative and positive. It accepts the feelings of difficulties and obstacles as your request. Oh, you want it to be hard? I'll fucking make it more hard for you. You just said hard. And proceeds to produce them in your outside world. Guys, when you say it's hard, when you say it's taken too long, when you say you're not doing this properly, that's exactly what your subconscious hears, and it outpictures it every fucking time. So if I feel like he misses me, it's going to send that to him. Yes, darling. Yes, he'll start to miss you and he won't know why. Do you think journaling your feelings help let those negative and positive thoughts disperse? Yes, darling, if that helps you, do whatever helps you, guys. If listening to meditative music helps you, if doing a guided meditation helps you, if writing down all your negative thoughts helps you, fucking do it. Do whatever helps you to get in the mood that you feel better, guys. Write a gratitude journal, whatever makes you feel better, so when you are affirming, when you are visualizing, you feel like it's working. You feel better about you. Oh, that's the Gateway Project, the CIA thing. Oh, is that what the Gateway Project is? Is that why people keep asking me that? I didn't know that was the name of it. Ah, thank you for telling me that. Do you trust the process or affirm that will happen faster? Yeah, darling, you've got to trust the process. You've got to trust you. You've got to trust your power. If you don't believe in your power, test yourself and see. It says in the Bible, test yourself. Test you've got power. Test that God is in you. Test that you are powerful. Go and say someone's going to wear a green shirt in your reality today. Say that someone's going to say howdy to you. Say that you're going to get a free coffee today, and you will, and then you'll go, oh, fuck, I'm powerful. And you'll believe it. Hi, any tips on how to cleanse your energy from a past relationship? Well, fuck, you don't have to do that. You're thinking you have this bad juju energy going on about a past relationship and you need to cleanse it. That's complete bullshit, darling. What you need to do is stop your old thinking about it and start the new thinking. Start living in the end that you're in the relationship already with that person. The past is gone. Revise the past. There's no such thing as energy from a past relationship. The past is gone, darling. The energy is just your thoughts you're having about the fucking thing. Then you're feeling bad. If you're calling that energy, that's just a feeling you're having of the thoughts you just had about the past. Understand? Energy doesn't affect manifestation, guys. It really doesn't. Anyone tells you that's a fucking moron. Stop listening to subliminals. Oh, does listen to subliminals? No, darling. I don't know what they're saying. If you think subliminals help you and it makes you feel better, do it. Don't listen to me. I've never tried it because I don't know what they're saying in those tapes and I don't trust them. Go to a reputable page like the Mark, whatever his name is, everyone likes. But apart from that, I see yes, darling merch in your future. Sorry, I keep saying yes, darling, don't I? I'm so sorry. I remember I once went out with a guy who was in the Olympics and I went on a date with him and his friend and I started calling the friend darling. And he said, oh, so you call everyone darling? Because he was really like put off because I kept calling him darling all the time. He thought he was special because he thought I just said it to him. He realised I say it to everyone. That's so funny. Thanks, darling. Yeah, maybe I should do a yes, darling hoodie. Acknowledge my feelings help me get control of my thought. Yeah, well, do that, darling. Acknowledging your feelings. If it helps you guys, whatever helps you. I had to go to therapy to get over my shit. Whatever helps, guys. Therapy, writing a journal, I don't care what it is, so long as you feel better. Good morning. Is that sparkling water? No, it's an old Pellegrino bottle full of tap water. If you're blocked on all platforms by the person you're manifesting, but I'm still being positive, Jamie, what's the rest of your question? What will it still come about? Well, stop fucking doing shit that's making you get blocked, guys. All you people, I've never been blocked by anyone my whole fucking life. I don't know what you people are doing. Are you constantly calling and texting? Are you constantly sending the message on socials? Are you stalking them, driving past the house? What are you doing? Stop doing things in the 3D, guys. Try and make a thing come about. You're sending out needy, desperate energy when you do shit like that, and then they go, fuck, block. Go away. Stop doing that for a start. Then, darling, imagine you were never blocked. Imagine you're constantly in constant contact and you're already together. Because if you were together in your mind, up here, you're not blocked, are you? How can you be blocked if you're married? It'd be a very strange marriage. Yes, darling, love it. I'd buy that hoodie. Oh, would you, Melissa? Oh, fantastic. Actually, someone was telling me that their sister-in-law or something owned the brand Manifest. I want that hoodie that says Manifest. That's what I want. Oh, yes, darling. Any more questions, guys? Have I missed your question? I genuinely didn't call or text or anything and he just blocked me out of nowhere after a fight. Well, you had a fight. That's why he blocked you. So you had some thoughts before the fight that caused the fight, then he blocked you. Guys, nothing comes out of nowhere. Everything comes from your thinking first, then it out pictures. So, darling, what were you thinking before the fight that caused the fight? He doesn't want me. He's talking to other girls. He doesn't text me enough. What was it? Tell me, and I'll tell you why you fucking got blocked. I like your group, to be honest. Oh, thank you, darling. Yes, guys, go to Manifest Space Live Space with Space Laws on Facebook, and all my lives are recorded there. I put them from here over there because you can't save them on TikTok. You can watch them all back. There's 16 of them there. The Valentine's Day Marathon one went for 3 fucking hours. There's about 170 lovely TikTokers over there who all think this way, all realised how they're manifesting with their mind. They're all helping each other. It's lovely. So even in no contact, he kind of hears my thoughts. Darling, they can hear you over an ocean. This is how this works. We're not separate. We're all one. We're all in each other. We're all source energy, God in us, whatever you want to call it. Your subconscious is your source energy. Everyone's got it. We're all linked. There's no separation. That's why when people come on here and say, oh, I've been separated from my twin flame. And I say, what a load of shit. There's no such thing as separation. So stop thinking that he can't hear you. He can hear everything you're fucking saying. He could hear it when you were standing in the room and you were thinking, oh my God, why isn't he texting me so much? He probably doesn't like me anymore. And then he'll say, I don't want to be with you anymore. And you think, what? He heard you while you were inside thinking it. He was standing right there. He could also hear it when he's 10 continents away. I Affirm my SP isn't talking to girls, then posted that he has no one to talk to. Is that the process? Oh, then he posted he's got no one to talk to. Well, it's obviously working, darling. Good for you. Is it okay to flirt with others? Yes, darling, I said yes. If you're living up here in your mind, nothing can stop your manifestation from coming about. Not seeing other people, flirting with other people, dating other people, sleeping with other people, doesn't matter. I've been on for literally a minute and I bloody love you. Oh, thank you, darling. Is divine timing a real thing? Well, darling, I think you're divine. There's God in you, so therefore you decide the timing. What Neville calls it is its own appointed hour. The vision, the thing in your mind, you're living in the end, has its own appointed hour. It will ripen, it will flower. If it be long, if it's taking ages, wait. For it is sure, it is certain, and it will not be late. It's got an appointed hour, guys. That's why you guys talking about the time all the time and how long will it take is literally pushing it away further because you're worried about it. You're looking in your 3D saying it's not here. And then your subconscious goes, oh, it's not here? Oh, yeah, that's right, it's not here. You've got to live up here as if it's already here. Then it will come about quicker. You make manifesting practical and easy. Help me make a shift. Oh, great, Milos Actor. Oh, you're welcome. I keep thinking that he'll come back, but only if I contact him first. Any tips? Well, that's just your old shitty thinking, darling. Go and watch my video that says taking action in the 3D. Should I text my ex? That's your fear talking. That's your habits. That's your subconscious mind saying, but we always contacted him. Don't we have to do shit to make shit happen? No, darling, you don't. If they loved you, if they were with you, if they were married, wouldn't they be contacting you all day long? So why do you need to contact them first? Especially if you're a girl. Don't do it. How do I live in the end? I really don't understand. Darling, imagine a scene in your mind that you're already together. You're sitting on the couch watching Netflix together because you're already a couple. The end, that's your scene. And every time you think you're not with him, go back up here and think, no, he's my boyfriend. He is my boyfriend. He loves being my boyfriend. That's living in the end, darling. You're already together. Does that make sense? But if I'm certain he'll come back, if I contact him, should I? No, fuck. Darling, I just told you not to contact him. But you're certain he's going to come back, are you? Even though you don't understand what living in the end is. You're constantly worrying about his socials. You're constantly asking me here about Snapchat. But you're certain that if you call him, he'll come back. Okay. Try it and get back to me and get on the live tonight and tell me what happened. I don't believe you. Guys, it's great to think that, oh, they're going to react the way I want. But if you can't convince yourself of that, don't act in the 3D. Don't go driving past their house. Don't text them. Don't send them a message on socials because you're not actually believing it up here. It's not what you do out here that matters. It's what you're thinking about what you do out here. If you're thinking, he doesn't want me, he's going to leave me on red, and you send him a text, that's what he'll do. If you're certain he's going to text you back with a loving text and you send it, great. But most of you are on here not thinking that, and therefore I'm saying don't act in the 3D. Live up here in your mind. You've got to trust your power, guys. You're not trusting your power if you're doing shit out here. Really. finding it really hard to stop focusing on my manifestation. Is that okay, darling? You don't have to stop focusing on it. You've been watching some LOA bullshit about letting it go. Please stop watching any of those stupid fucking channels. Guys, if your For You page, I'm going to get another drink because I'm so thirsty. If your For You page is full of people talking about vibration, frequency, letting go, just press not interested. Press the screen really hard, press not interested. And I'm not saying that so you watch me. I'm saying that because it's fucking confusing you and making you think you can't think about manifesting all day. You can't think about what you're trying to manifest all day. Well, guess what? You're going to fucking think about it anyway, aren't you? If you go and try and let it go, you're going to stop thinking about your ex when you're trying to get them back. They're going to pop in your mind all fucking day. Letting go doesn't work. Letting go of the how, letting go of the old story works, but not stopping thinking about what you're trying to manifest. Stop watching these stupid LOA pages. They're fucking morons. Yes, I've seen so much about manifesting and then letting it go. No, Stacey Lou, it's a load of shit. Honestly, guys, please stop watching this crap. I'm telling you right now, unless you can absolutely live in the end in your mind and let it go and never, ever think about your ex-boyfriend again or the house you want again or the $1 million again, then I don't recommend you let it go because you'll be thinking about that negative shit all day. I want you to replace your negative thinking with a new thinking. You can't do that if you let it go. Sorry that I'm shouting, but this letting go bullshit is such bullshit. And people are saying, let it go out into the universe and the universe will provide. Well, it's fucking just atmosphere. It's not doing anything. People do things for you. People in your 3D reality outpicture what you're thinking and they make your manifestation come about. The universe doesn't do shit for you, guys. If you see anybody talking about the fucking universe on here, go to your page, press it hard, little box popped up, not interested. Is it okay to have 6 affirmations? Yes, darling, that's a perfect number because it's not too many. Perfect. Then you can really impress your subconscious mind with those only 6 affirmations. That's perfect. Can you talk about revision, please? Yes, darling. Okay. Neville Goddard talked about revising your past. Okay? We are in this moment right now, watching this live. Oh, it's gone. That moment that we just had, all of us, 66 of us together, is now gone. It's in the past. Can we go back and see it? Can I go catch it? Oh, no, it's actually physically gone. All I can remember about it is I said 66 people, I said this thing. It's a memory, right? That means that the past doesn't actually exist, guys, which means you can go back to the memory you had of it and change that memory because it's simply a memory. You could go back to a really traumatic event like getting hit by a car, right? Go back to the scene, imagine the car coming towards you and then it goes whoop and swerves and doesn't hit you. That is revision. You revise it as if it didn't happen the way it happened. You go to the point where you don't want it to have happened, say a breakup. The person's about to say to you sitting in bed, I don't want you anymore. I think we should break up. You stop that before that moment and you see him say, baby, I love you and I only want you and no one else. Then you loop that scene in your mind over and over like a little visualization until it feels like that really happened. That really happened. That breakup didn't even happen. And then in time, the person who you broke up with will start forgetting that even happened. Your body that was hit by the car might start to heal. This happens. Someone fall off a horse, they revise the incident of falling off a horse. And the thing that happened starts dissipating. It sounds crazy, but it's true. People have been molested, go back and live the scene again of the horrible trauma, and their molestation trauma goes away. I know it sounds nuts, guys, but it's well documented. Okay? I hope that answered your question. Oh my God, I've done this with abuse I suffered over years. I told myself, no, it didn't happen. You know what, darling? You know why? Because your subconscious relieves that so often, it eventually blocks it out. I did that. When I went to therapy, I realized I had so many memories I had suppressed to cope. Your brain does automatic revision. It literally blocks it out so it doesn't think about it anymore because the trauma affects you so badly. Your brain does it automatically because it can't fucking cope. Oh my God, I've done this with abuse. Yes. Advice for getting out of my shell and being comfortable in my own skin. I affirm I am confident. Yes, darling. But also stop caring what people think. Okay? You've got to go back in your mind and think, why do I care so much what people think? Why am I so shy? What happened to me that makes me feel shy and put me in a shell? Did someone put me down when I was younger? Did someone tell me to be quiet, the children to be seen and not heard? Was I the small, the runt of the litter child who didn't get as much attention and I just went in my shell? Was I ignored? Go back and figure that out, darling, and then it'll start out picturing your 3D because you'll start feeling more confident when you go, I'm not that person I was before. You can revise it. Say affirmations like, I love talking to people. I am so confident. Imagine a scene where you're doing a speech or something, okay? Something you would never do, and you feel so confident about it. But go back to your past, darling, and realize why you like that. Should I affirm he texts me first or talks to me in person, or do I do one first and the other? Darling, you're worrying about the how. It doesn't matter how he gets in contact with you. If it's texting, blah, 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 you can say, he's constantly calling and texting me. He loves spending time with me. That's all three of them. But you don't have to worry about which one it's going to be, okay? All the LOA people on here have really confused me. I wish people wouldn't spread fake info. Darling, they think it's real. They're also following everyone's accounts and doing manifestation accounts because it's popular. And they don't even fucking know what they're talking about. You notice that? Scroll down to their page. Look at what they were originally posting. Stuff about fitness or their body or their makeup or just general shit. Then they discovered that manifestation is huge on TikTok. They started copying everyone else's manifestation videos. They're getting way more views than me. If I held up a fucking crystal, I probably had 20,000 views on my videos. But I'm talking about shit people don't understand. How often should I revise? Darling, until it feels natural, Neville says. Do the scene over and over until it feels like it never happened. If you wake up the next morning and feel like it still happened, do the scene again and again and again and again. You can also revise with an affirmation. We have always been in a perfect relationship. I have always been safe and respected if you were abused. Men have always treated me with love and respect. Always implies the thing never happened. Okay? I watched a video from Neville Goddard that said feeling is a secret. Feelings is a must with affirmations. No, darling. He means feeling it is done. That's very confusing when Neville says that. He means the feeling of completion. He means the feeling of it is done. He's not meaning emotion. When he says the feeling, he means the feeling that it's done already. He doesn't mean emotion. It's very confusing when he says that, but he means the feeling. Get into the feeling state that you are the man or woman already. That's the feeling. How would you feel if you were that man or woman already? How would you see the world if you were married? How would you see the world if you were a millionaire and you walked into a shop? You would know you could buy everything. If you were married, you'd feel contented. You'd be looking down at your ring on your finger. You'd be with your partner. You'd be feeling contented and happy. But you don't have to feel that happiness when you're affirming or feel that happiness when you're visualizing. You have the feeling of, I am married. The I amness of it, the completion of it is what Neville is talking about, darling. I know that's confusing. I used to text myself and pretend it was my SP with the type of relationship I wanted to work. I used to text myself. Yep, do that. Go into your phone, guys. Turn your number into their name. Then send a text to yourself from them. Oh, look. Michael sent me the most beautiful text. Isn't he so lovely? He loves me so much. It's a great trick. How often should I revise? I did that one. Do you think writing down affirmations is helpful? No, darling, not unless you're thinking them. Not unless you're thinking them while you're writing them. John and I are happily married. John and I are so happily married. You're thinking it. If you go, John, I happily married, John, I happily married, John, doing that 55 by 5 bullshit, no. But you can script and journal with a new story of you and read it back. Because as you're reading it back, guys, you're visualizing, you're imagining stuff. If you write stuff down. And as you're writing it, you're imagining the story. You're visualizing while you're writing. You don't even realize you're doing it. So that's why I'm saying scripting does work, but not scripting over and over and over and over and over again, repetitive affirmations unless you're thinking them. I love the ideas of texting myself first. Yes, I love the idea. I affirm Loz is my best friend. Oh, that's lovely, darling. I manifested at my lowest point, so I don't think feeling has much to it. Yes, darling, you manifest all fucking day long. You manifest when you're depressed. You manifest when you... I can scream at my phone angry and someone will text me because I'm like, you fucking text me now, motherfucker. That's not happy. You don't need to be positive to manifest, guys. As I read before, what Neville says, it doesn't matter. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference between beneficial feelings and not beneficial for you. It just knows what you're thinking. It doesn't know that you're depressed. It just knows you're thinking depressing thoughts and it'll outpicture more shit that makes you feel depressed. Guys, don't worry about time. It took me a couple of months, but once trick yourself, it comes around. Yes, Alana, wonderful. I tested my power yesterday and I'm amazed at how the law of assumption works. What did you do, darling? Tell us. Do you recommend the same affirmations during the day? I say whatever comes to mind. Well, look, the key is the repetition. I just did an answer on this video, so go back and watch it, darling. You can riff on the theme of John and I are happily married. He loves me so much. We're in a blissful, happy relationship. That's the theme of that. But the repetition of saying the same thing over and over in the same kind of way is what's the key. You can't say, I love my new mansion. I love my caravan. I love living in Bora Bora on an island hut. Then your brain goes, what, we're in a hut and we're in a caravan, we're in a mansion? I'm fucking confused, right? As long as it's on the same theme, the repetitiveness is what sinks in, because you've got to think you're repeating that shit all day, guys. Negative stuff. Negative, stick new ones in repetitively, so that keeping it the same does help. I'm the same, darling. I do think different ones. But anger and resentment blocks SP from reaching out to you. Well, if you're angry and resentful at them, yes, fuck. Don't think about how angry you are at them, because you should be angry at you because you caused the fucking situation. Anyone who's on here getting angry at their SP, that they cheated, that they said rude things to them, that they broke up with them. Guys, you're angry at the wrong person. You created it with your shitty thinking. They outpictured it. Ta-da! I'm so sorry, Loz, that I did that to you. That's who you should be apologising to. If you're angry at your SP, guys, at your specific person, your ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, go and watch my video, How to Manifest an Apology. You won't like it, because what I say is, you did it to yourself. Understand? So you can't be angry at the other person, guys. You caused it. Not their fault. They were literally out picturing your thoughts. Oh, I don't think John likes me. I think he wants to see other girls. He starts thinking, I don't think I like her. I think I might see other girls. Ta-da! Can we say he and I have always been trusting each other and treating each other as a priority? Yes, darling, but trusting each other implies that you don't trust him or something happened where there was untrustworthiness. Just say, he's always treated me like a priority. He's always been loving and caring. Don't say trust. Trust to me sounds like something happened that you didn't trust them. Okay, darling? I forgot to buy a blender and I affirmed I'll receive one and Mum just turned up with one. Ha ha ha! Brilliant! Brilliant, M. Schmidt. I have been trying to manifest my SP. Help. Well, if you're saying trying, darling, that doesn't fucking help. Stop saying trying. Okay, go and watch all my videos on how to manifest properly. Go down my page on TikTok. Go about almost down to the bottom of the page. Look for the heading that says in black, How to Manifest Properly. There's 12 videos. Scroll up, watch them all. Then watch How to Manifest a Text and you'll understand this, darling, that you need to live in the end in your mind as if you're already with your specific person. You are already with them. Don't look at the 3D out here and wonder why they're not here. You've got to live up here in your mind, darling. Do you believe that the universe exists? Well, yes, it fucking does, but it's just science, guys. It's just space and stars and shit. It doesn't have anything to do with manifesting. Someone used the word universe with manifesting, and then everyone thought it was the fucking universe. It's not. Everyone's even banging on about Nikola Tesla, talking about 369 and the universal laws of 369. He wasn't talking about manifesting, he was talking about science. People are adopting some fucking bullshit on here, I tell you what. Is saying affirmations out loud more powerful than saying it in your head? No, actually saying it in your head is more powerful, darling, because you've got to think it. As long as you're saying it out loud and thinking it, not saying, John and I are happily married, John and I are happily married, and then going, I wonder where I put my coffee. John and I are happily married, John and I are happily married. Oh, there it is. Oh, I really need to go to the toilet while I'm doing this live. John and I are happily married. If you're thinking other things while you're saying it out loud, won't work. Can you make YouTube videos? Well, darling, I wasn't going to, because you know why? Because I watch a lot of YouTubers who teach this stuff, like Sammy Ingram, Pluto's Gate, Create Your Future. I don't want to shit on their channel. That's why I'm just putting my stuff, my lives, which take a long time for me to record these, guys. I'm here sometimes for 2 hours. I'm just putting those in the Facebook page. So, guys, just go to the Facebook page, Manifest Live with Loz. You have to put a space in between. Go to the search bar, Manifest Live with Loz, or click the link in my bio, but apparently it doesn't take you there, which is really annoying. And then watch the lives back. But I was thinking of doing it YouTube. I might just do a YouTube with affirmation videos and guided meditations and stuff for affirming. I might do that. Maybe I'll think about it. I do have an old YouTube page with a comedy one with you and your negative thoughts talking to you. It's called Don't Be a Psycho, if you want to go and watch that. But it's old. Do you believe in doing any of these manifestation methods? 369, 555, scripting. Scripting, yes. 369 if you're thinking it, but 55 by 5 and writing it over and over, I really don't recommend that because your hand will hurt. After a while, it's just vain affirming and you're not thinking it, darling, no. Because everybody said that you need to let it go to the universe and the universe has plans for you. No, darling, that's complete bullshit. How do you live in the end but still get your work done, like not getting consumed? Well, darling, if you're living the end in your mind that John and I are happily married, you just go about your day as if you're happily married in that state. You're not thinking it all day long. Oh, John and I happily married, John and I happily married, John and I happily married. Can't do my fucking work because I've got to concentrate on John and I being happily married. When I'm doing these videos, guys, I step into the state of TikToker who talks about manifestation. I'm assuming the state of a person who knows what they're talking about. All you have to do is assume the state of married. Assume the state of being in a couple. And you just feel contented in your day. Oh, I love being in a couple. I love that John and I are so happily together. You don't have to think about it all day. You're just in that state. Does that make sense? If you want to be wealthy, you don't think all day, I have money, I have money, I have money. You just feel in the state of wealth. And you look at the world as if you're wealthy. Make sense, darling? You don't have to be obsessive about it. What is scripting? Scripting is just writing down the old story of you, the new story of you, or writing down what the person would say to you if you saw them again. Okay? That's scripting. My friend used to lie about having a boyfriend. Now she has a relationship similar to the guy she imagined. Oh! She literally manifested him by lying about it. She's a genius. On my YouTube channel, guys, my old one called Don't Be a Psycho, I do have a girl who lies about manifesting and pretends she's in a relationship, and she goes and sits down and she pretends the man's sitting at the table and there's no one there. She's a bit of a nut. She does all that acting as if. She goes in her closet and pretends all his clothes are there, but there's no clothes. She never got the boyfriend. You will manifest a John. I know, I keep saying John, don't I? I did think that the other day. I was thinking, I wonder if my affirming while I'm doing this for you guys will manifest what I'm saying to you. I'll get a mansion. I'll be a millionaire. I'll have a baby and I'll be married to a guy called John. I did think that the other day because as I'm saying it to you, I'm affirming it. That's why when I said something the other day about my car, someone smashing a car, and I reaffirmed it. No, my car is uncrashable because I didn't want to affirm something about my own car. That's how powerful your mind is, guys. I probably will fucking end up with a guy called John. That's funny. Do you think being an actress helped you getting into the state of imagining? Yes, darling. Because when I was in plays and I was standing in a theatre and I would have to look out at a crowd and I'd have to see trees, I'd have to look past those people and really imagine I was seeing trees. When I was looking at a person's body and they had to be dead, I had to imagine they were dead even though I could see them breathing. You understand? I had to imagine I was in Shakespearean times when I wasn't. So I really do think it helped me. Yes, absolutely. And I've always had a vivid imagination as a kid. I had imaginary friends and shit. When I manifest being a successful model, I'm going to give you credit for helping me make my dreams come true. Oh, wonderful, darling. I'm looking forward to it. I think I've been doing it so wrong. I've been saying my husband is coming to me. Yes, darling, he's already here. It's like if you want a baby, they're already here. You don't think, oh, the baby's coming. No, it's already here. Live in the end as if it's already done. I am that. I am a mum. I am married. I am coupled up with John. How's my day going? It's great, darling. I have a place in my closet for my SP and a side table. There's a place for his stuff in the washroom. Darling, what you're doing is you're acting as if. That's what law of attraction people tell you to do. Act as if in your outside world. Well, that's fine unless you look like a lunatic. Okay, so if someone comes into your closet and says, who's that space for? Why is there an empty space? And you start saying, oh, that's for my specific person. They'll be like, but you're single. Then you look like a nut, right? So that's what my girl does in these videos. She's like a law of attraction nut, and she has a space in her thing. And the person goes, what's that hanging there? She's like, oh, that's our wedding outfit. And we went to the races. And the woman's like looking at her like the interview going, I can't see anything. It's invisible, right? So you can do that, darling, if it makes you feel better. But if it throws you every time you see it, what you're really meant to be doing is living it in your mind that he's with you, that his clothes are in the closet. In your mind, guys, your mind is the thing that outpictures, not doing things like vision boards, leaving space in your wardrobe. That's not your mind. Your mind outpictures, not what you're doing out here. You understand? That makes sense? Gotta love John. Are your irreplaceable affirmations the same? I can use the SP affirmations. Yes, darling, because it's just saying I am irreplaceable to that SP. He wants me and only me. I am too important to lose. That's the same. But you can change them up however you want them for your specific person, darling. How specific do you have to be with your affirmations? Well, darling, it can be very broad, like say, everything is always working out for me. My life is perfect. My life is perfect. Isn't it wonderful? You could do generalized ones like that when you don't even know what you want. Or you could be saying, John and I are happily married. I love living in Melbourne, if you want to live in Melbourne. You can be as specific or not specific as you like, darling. What's my future? Fuck, Ryan, how do I know? I'm not a psychic. Hi, I'm from Indonesia. Oh, hi. When's the most powerful time to affirm, darling? When your mind is kind of switched off, when you're idle, when you're washing dishes, when you're riding a bike, you're not really concentrating on other things. Don't operate hard machinery and try and affirm. You'll chop your hand off. Okay, but also, Neville calls it the state akin to sleep. You kind of go drowsy, like when you're waking up in the morning, go to bed at night, your brain's drowsy. Or you meditate. His father very famously told him, he said, Neville, you think you know all about this imagination stuff, but I've been doing this for years. And he said, what do you mean? He said, well, you know when I go and sit in my chair every morning, what do you think I'm doing? And he said, I thought you were sleeping off your hangover from last night, because he used to drink a lot. And he said, no, I'm imagining my day. And the dad would lie back in this chair and imagine how his day was going to go. And he was a salesman. And he would lie there and imagine, I go to this store and they buy my product. I go to this store and they buy my product. And he was a really good salesman. And they became millionaires because he used to imagine how it would go before his day started every single day. So that he was in the state akin to sleep, and he would outpicture it that day what he imagined. Is it good to affirm while drunk since I'm not thinking as much? Well, darling, you can if you want, but just don't think the wrong thing. Like, I would thoroughly enjoy that. Well, very much. You would thoroughly enjoy what very much, darling? Once I've received my manifestation, should I keep saying affirmations? Yes, darling, because that's what I did. My SP came back and I wasn't still saying the affirmations and my self-concept wasn't on point. I needed to keep saying the self-concept because otherwise you push them away again. Or you get money and you keep thinking your broke-ass mindset. You win the lotto, but you keep thinking, oh, money doesn't grow on trees. Hope this money doesn't run out, and then it fucking runs out. That's why 99.9% of people who win lotto don't have the money after about 2 years. They're still thinking the old thoughts. Yes, darling, it's very important to keep affirming if you're not feeling in the right mindset for being in the couple, for feeling like you've got the money. If you've still got the old mindset, you've got to keep it at it. Oh, you're an idiot, dickhead. Is my affirmation correct? My SP, say his name, has the urge to constantly text me. Yes, darling, that's lovely. My John has the urge to constantly text me. He's constantly thinking about me. He really, really, really wants to text me. Thoughts on subliminals, darling? They don't work for me because I can't hear them. If they work for you, use them. But what are they saying? Make sure you use a reputable channel. There are stories about... I'm drinking water. There are stories about people listening to them and then it's saying go and cause a terrorist incident. Be careful what you listen to. I want him to miss me. What should I affirm for him to want me more? Well, darling, he misses me. He wants me and only me. He's constantly thinking about me. He's dying to hear my voice. He's blowing up my phone. Those kind of ones. Or should I say, my SP always texts me. Yeah, he's always texting me. God, he blows up my phone all day. I can't get away from him. That's a good one. Don't make it too long, darling. Hi, Megans. It's water. Yes, it's water, darling. It's just water in a Pellegrino bottle. Can you show gratitude for someone being your lover, even if they aren't yet? You're manifesting it. Darling, I don't recommend showing gratitude for any fucking thing that you want. Because it's putting it up on a pedestal like, I'm so lucky I have you. I'm so grateful. Go and watch my video about should I say I am happy and grateful that. I say, no, you shouldn't say that. You can do a gratitude journal in the morning and everything. It makes you feel better about life. But don't be grateful for the thing you're trying to manifest because it puts you below it. Any more questions, guys? My God, 72 people here. I might have to get some lunch while I'm talking to you guys. Can I manifest my SP sending me morning texts even though I feel like he's busy in the morning? Well, darling, he won't fucking text you in the morning if you keep saying he's busy in the morning. What did I say before? I said to you, stop saying he's busy, and your thought is, oh, he's too busy, and then he'll be too busy. You're not getting this. You're thinking it. Then he won't do it. You can affirm all fucking day long that he texts you in the morning, but if your thought at the back of that is, but he won't because he's so busy, then he won't. You guys get this? What you're thinking dominantly manifests. If you're dominantly thinking he's too busy, he'll be too busy. He will literally reflect that back to you. I don't want to text her. I'm too fucking busy. She expects me to text her every morning. I'm fucking doing that. I'm too busy. What you think, manifest. Stop thinking that. Is there any apps for affirmations? Yes, there is one, darling, called Think Up or Think App. And there's another one called I Am. Some people have recommended those, and they do it on a loop. You can record them and then do them on a loop. Good question. What about the apps? Oh my God. I exposed his name. Whoops, it doesn't matter, darling. No one said it. What about hypnosis, affirmations while you sleep? Yes, darling, you can do those. They help you do it. Ethan is never too busy for me. Well, it doesn't matter, darling. Who cares? No one knows who he is. Is there any absolutely adore your energy? Oh, thank you, darling. Oh, sorry, I've got them too close to my face. Doesn't matter the way I affirm. Should I say SP loves me or I'm happy SP loves me? No, not I am happy SP loves me. That sounds pathetic. I'm so happy he loves me. When he doesn't love me, I don't feel happy. Just say SP loves me so much. John loves me so much. Don't say I'm happy that he does. That is putting you below him, darling. Any more questions, guys? 5 more questions. Do you believe in astrology? No, I don't, darling, but you can. Doesn't matter. Believe in what you want to believe. If you feel it affects you, if you think Mercury retrograde affects you or being a Virgo affects you and you can't be compatible with a Scorpio or something affects you, it will affect you. It doesn't affect me because I don't believe in it. I did used to believe, you know, that I had the character traits of a Virgo because I do. I do have those character traits of perfectionism and all that stuff. So, yes, you can believe it, but as long as it doesn't affect your manifestations, guys. My SP makes time for me. Yes, darling. Yes. I'm so funny. Thank you. Well, I do have a comedy channel on YouTube. Do you believe in astrology? No, I already did that one. Do you have any recommendations for any guided meditations or affirmations? Guys, it's some good... a girl who does excellent recordings on YouTube is called... Her channel is called Neville Lucian. Neville, as in Neville Goddard, Lucian. Her name is Lila. She does some lovely... recordings. She does recordings of Florence Scovel Shin. She does some meditations on there. I would recommend that. Is today a great day to manifest since it's the 2nd of this 22 or 21? Well, darling, you think it is because you're putting meaning into those numbers. Doesn't mean shit to me. See what I'm saying? You give meaning to astrology. You give meaning to numbers. You give meaning to signs. Only you give that meaning, darling. If you give that meaning and you think it's good, it'll be good for you. To me, it's just 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. See what I'm saying? You give the meaning, darling. So if you want it to be good, it's good. And it's a good day to manifest because you said so, because you make the rules, because you are God and you make the fucking rules. Got it. Thank you. Okay. You're beautiful. Oh, thank you, darling. Any more questions, guys? Can't see any questions. Do you recommend Neville Goddard? Yes, darling, that's who I'm talking about. That's all I fucking talk about is Neville. Neville taught me everything I know. I believe everything Neville said. I mean, some things... You know, he didn't do much affirming. He didn't do a lot of affirmations, and I do affirming, so we differ in that. But Neville probably is the best manifestation teacher that ever lived, I think. Okay? Because he really, really got at the core of living in the end, and I am that, being that already. And he didn't worry about the fucking universe. Okay? Like law of attraction bullshit, like Abraham Hicks, who's a nut. Any more questions, guys? Should you only manifest when you're in a good mood, or does it not matter? Darling, I manifest frustrated, angry, when I'm on my period, all kinds of shit. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But if it makes you feel better, when you want to positively manifest something and you're in a positive mood, you're feeling grateful and you're feeling happy, then yes, it does help. Best manifesting method according to you. Yes, darling, living in the end. As if you already are that man or woman you want to be. That's it. Can you manifest a call demanding with anger? Yes, I do. I sound like a drama queen, create resistance. No, darling, I scream at my phone for people to call me. Doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter how you do it, guys, as long as you get what you want. Doesn't matter. What you were saying makes a lot of sense to me, but everybody says different things and I'm confused. Well, stop watching all those fucking idiots, guys. Only watch me. I'm not saying that to get you to just watch me. I'm saying that because these other people fucking confuse you. And it's saying the wrong thing. Law of attraction is very flawed in the fact that it says to think the thought, but then it says to send it out. You're not sending it out to anywhere. No one's doing it for you except the people in your reality, not the universe. So sending it out is flawed thinking. Letting go is flawed thinking. So watch those channels if you like, but you're going to be fucking confused and then you wonder why your manifestation's not working. The reason why people are watching manifestation on channels on here over and over and over again is because it's not working for them. If it was working, they wouldn't watch it. I barely watch any manifestation videos anymore because I get this. I don't need to learn it. I know it. You understand? If you're confused and you keep watching it, well, that's because it's not happening for you. It ain't working. See what I'm saying? Sammy Ingram, yes, she's very good. That's a good YouTube channel to watch, guys. I manifested my SP when I was heartbroken. Exactly, you can do it whatever mood you're feeling in, guys. Whatever. Is it okay to change my best friend's name on Snap to my SP? So it looks like he's texting. Yes, do it, darling, if you think so. I think Hicks person is weird, but not sure why, because she's fucking channeling a goddamn spirit or whatever. She's a fucking weirdo. No wonder her husband died. He couldn't fucking wait to get away from the bitch. Okay. So if I want him to compliment me more, I should say, SP compliments me all throughout the day. Yes, darling, he's constantly calling and texting me. He's constantly complimenting me, giving me gifts, showering me with affection. Constantly. Love your content. Oh, thank you. Publish. Oh, God, you keep going on about the book. I didn't even have time to create the Manifest Your SP video series yet, let alone a fucking book. Oh, thank you. I started listening to you all. And it's working. Oh, good, darling. You have to know who your SP is in order to manifest your SP. No, darling, I didn't know who my SP was, and you turned up out to my house the next week. I just affirmed I am with a man who treats me beautifully. He turned up. You can script what you want, the kind of man you want, what they look like, their values, how they treat you. They'll turn up. You don't need to know them, darling. No, not at all. How to believe the things you're affirming. You don't have to, Priyanka. Excuse me, Eddie. You don't have to believe it. You just got to say it and 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 say it repetitively so it sinks in to replace the negative shit you were already thinking. You don't have to believe it. Eventually you will believe it when the other shit goes away, but you won't believe it. If you're 200 pounds overweight and you stand in front of the mirror every morning and affirm, I am 45 kilograms or whatever, I am so wonderfully thin, your body will go, no, you're not, you fat bitch, because it's reflecting your old thinking. You're not going to believe you're thin yet. But you've still got to say it. Understand? 74 people. Hi, guys. How old are you? How dare you ask? I'm 43. A lot of people make it super confusing, especially in the let go process. You make it simple. Well, thank you, darling. Yes, letting go is a lot of bullshit. You can affirm in your head or out loud, darling, but you've got to be thinking it while you're saying it out loud. Can I affirm SP is going to message me by the end of the week? Yes, darling, you can. Just keep joining these live sessions and you'll have less and less tolerance for the old BS. Yes, darling. Now, I go live every day, guys, at the moment, twice daily. So do follow me so you get notified on your phone. If you have your TikTok notifications on, just pop up on your lock screen. You'll see Manifest Live with Loz is live, okay? And I normally go nighttime US and then about morning time UK time. So I do either end of the day. So I get the European and Australian people and the Americans and then everyone in between. All right. And then I have definite lives Sunday, 6 p.m. EST, 9 p.m. Thursday EST. Okay, guys? But do follow me. And also, if you want to watch these lives back, go back. There's 16 of them in the Facebook page, Manifest Live with Loz. You can watch them all, guys. Best method to manifest a text. Go and watch my series called How to Manifest a Text, Priyanka. It's 11 videos or 12 videos. Go and watch it in my thing. Since learning this, what are your best things you've manifested so far? Oh my God, I've answered this so many times. Go and watch my lives, guys, in the Facebook page. My car, my SP, my house. My cat's health. How do I affirm my ex-wife back? Oh, darling. Okay. So, sweetheart, I want you to go back. Start thinking about all the shit you were thinking, all the insecurities that caused the situation in the first place. I'm not good enough for her. I don't think she loves me anymore. We don't communicate like we used to. She doesn't spend enough time with me. All that shit. Write it down. Everything you thought. All the fucking shit. It'll make you feel sad, but do it anyway. Write a line down the middle of the page, darling. Now write the opposite. She's constantly thinking about me. She loves spending time with me. She wants me and only me. Write the opposite, darling, as an affirmation, then say those every fucking day. Every day, over and over and over and over again. Then imagine that you and your ex are back together. You never split up. You and her are together. Tell me what happens. I've realised my doubts about my ex only coming back because I was a backup made it a reality. Yeah, if you think you're a backup, darling, you'll be a backup. Whatever you think manifest, guys. If you think you're not good enough, they'll treat you like you're not good enough. If you imagine a third party, they'll appear. That's how this works, guys. It's just your thoughts creating in your outside world what you're thinking about dominantly. What Neville Goddard book do you recommend? Feeling is the Secret, and then The Law and the Promise will be the two easiest ones to read. But you can also go into YouTube, guys, and watch his lectures. Listen to them. And also put in Neville Goddard lectures in Google and you can read his lectures. They're very hard going though. What are you eating? Cheese. Sorry, darling, I'm on a ketogenic diet and that's my lunch. Create Facebook account. It's worth it. Oh, so guys, if you're not on Facebook, a lot of people say not on Facebook. You're not as old as me, clearly. All the oldies are on Facebook. All the young kids don't go on Facebook anymore. So old people. Just create a Facebook page just to go to the group, guys. And it's private. No one will ever see it. Don't have any friends on there or anything. Just join Facebook, go to the group. The end. You're so funny and I love your sassy attitude. So happy I found you. Oh, thank you, darling. How do I deal with grief? Any advice? It's been 6 years since my son passed and I'm not happy. Oh, darling. Listen, I don't know if there's any consolation to you, but we don't go anywhere. You know that, don't you? He's still here. We are all spirit. We're spirit before we come into the world with our little meat suit. And we're spirit when we die. And we're still here. I have a spirit in this house. She sprays perfume around my head every fucking night. Drives me crackers. Darling, your son is still with you all the time. You just can't see him. Talk to him. He's inside you. He's around you. Have little conversations with him every day. How are you, darling? How's your day been? What have you been doing? Tell him how your day has been. Tell him what you're up to. Tell him how you think about him every day, what you're feeling. Okay? He hasn't gone anywhere. I don't know if that helps you, but it's really true. I've seen people after they've died. Trust me. They're still here. Does that help? I don't know. Sorry, darling. I don't know what to say. I'm terrible with that stuff. But just let all your feelings out and talk to him every day, okay? How many affirmations do you recommend having? Not too many, darling. Maybe 3 or 4 on each topic and only stick to 4 topics. Not too many, guys. You overwhelm your subconscious, it gets confused. On the Facebook page, we can talk to others and help each other out. Yes! Darling, can all help each other. I've got this problem. Someone writes back, well, Loz said to do this, or I think you should do this. Okay, and I'll jump in there too. Because I've got to approve all the posts. I don't just allow any old shit in there. You've got to ask to join the group, guys, because it's private. Answer a few questions saying you saw me on TikTok, and then I have to approve each post. So if you put some spam in there, it just won't be approved, and you'll be kicked. Does manifesting and this belief interfere with your faith? If we believe it's God's will, well, darling, you are God. So go back and read the Bible again and find all the bits where it says, you are all God's. Test yourself and see. Jesus Christ is in you. Do you not realize that Jesus Christ is in you? What you have asked for in prayer, you will receive. Ask, what is it? If you believe it, you'll receive it. Whatever it says. There's so many times in the Bible where God, Jesus says, everyone says, you are all God's. Test yourself and see. God is in you. Test yourself and see. Manifesting is not against any of this. It's literally telling you exactly what the Bible fucking told you, except your religion has made you think God is outside of you instead of also being in you. Read it again. Go and listen to Neville's lectures about God. It'll really surprise you because the translation of the Bible you're reading is probably very different than the original one that was written many, many hundreds of years before in many different... It's got translated to so many different languages, so many books got taken out. Why is there no picture of God in there or Jesus? Why is there no drawing? Because it's you, darling. You can believe that if you will. Do you think God created manifestations for us to create our realities? No, I think God is in you, guys. Like, seriously, source energy, your subconscious, infinite intelligence is that creative thing. It's in you. That's the point of life. To come into life, come in, the spirit you are, create your life, imagine what you want, you get it, you die. It's the point of it, I think. My SP, and he doesn't want a relationship. How do I affirm he does? Oh, my SP said he doesn't want a relationship. Well, darling, you thought he didn't want a relationship, then he said it. You have to think, what was I thinking before he said that shit? And you're probably thinking, I bet you he doesn't want me. I bet you he doesn't want a relationship. I don't think he wants a relationship. And he'll say, I don't want a relationship. And you'll go, fuck. But then you don't realise that you thought it, darling. Stop thinking that. Stop saying he doesn't want a relationship and start living in the end in your mind that you're already with him and forget what he said, because what he said was a reflection of your shitty thoughts. Understand? Any more questions, guys? Otherwise, I'm going to log off, even though there's 70 people here. My God. Believe you have received it and you will. That's what it is. Believe you have received it and you will. Now, are you receiving it from God or God in you? I don't know. That's up to you, darling, but it says it all through the Bible. And amen means it's done. I asked for it. It's done. Can you please talk about the first person perspective? Oh, yes. So Neville talks about if you're going to visualize, see it from a first person perspective, meaning from your eyeballs. So if I pick up this coffee cup, this teacup, I can only see the cup. I can't see me holding the cup, can I? Because I'm not standing here looking at myself. I'm just looking from my eyeballs. I can see the cup. I can see my boobs. I can see the bench. I can see the screen. But I can't see me. If I'm going to imagine being pregnant, you would see your belly, wouldn't you? You wouldn't see yourself, your image of yourself, unless you're imagining yourself looking in the mirror, looking at yourself. That's first person perspective is the best way to visualize, because you're literally putting yourself in the scene as if you are already there. That's why third person, you can do it, but it's probably not as effective because that's not what you would see if it really happened. Does that make sense? Just requested Facebook group. Yay! I love your lives. Oh, thank you, Charlie Zedman. Your mind is so powerful. Darling, it is. That's the power in you, is your mind. Your wonderful human imagination. Your subconscious. Source energy. Whatever you want to call it. It creates everything. It's the power in you. The power was with you all along, my dear. Like she said to Dorothy in Wizard of Oz. Wow, we are all divine. Takes time to get validation from spirit like you. Oh, well, darling, look, I'm not religious. I was a bloody atheist for years. But then I realised, oh, hang on, what's that 19? You know, we're all spirit. When I started seeing spirits, that's when I realised we're all spirit. I was like, oh, I can't deny that we're spirits when I'm fucking seeing them. That kind of changed my mind. What have I got in my teeth? Any more questions, guys? Thank you. I have a job interview tomorrow. Any tips? Imagine you already have it, darling. Imagine when you walk in, you already have that job. They love you. Imagine when you see them, they love you. They hang on your every word. When you leave the room, they talk about how you're the best person for the job. And when you leave, imagine you already have that job, darling. You're already working there. Imagine sitting at the desk. Imagine opening the door to your office or whatever it is. Imagine you already work there, darling. I look forward to your lives every day. Oh, thanks, Flawless. Hi, guys. Hi. 63 people. I'm going to log off soon, guys, because I've got a phone call. I've got all these private clients that are texting me. So, guys, if you want one-to-one coaching, private coaching for half an hour, it's paid, but it's over Messenger or Skype. DM me at Manifest Live with Loz on TikTok or Messenger, okay, through the Facebook group. If you want to go to the Facebook group, go to Manifest Live with Loz with spaces in between. Send a request. You can watch all these lives back. Or just follow me on TikTok to get alerted to my lives. Every day I go live twice daily. All right, guys. How did you start seeing spirits? I literally went to a friend's funeral and he was outside the funeral sitting on the wall. And I was like, what the fuck's he doing out here? And then I saw him all day for the rest of the day. And then I thought, oh, do I see spirits now, do I? All right, guys, I've got to go. Mwah. Mwah. Love you. Speak to you soon. Bye. I'll be live later. Tonight, Australia time, morning time, America time. Mwah.